I'm going through my long list of stuff from last week and trying to figure out which one of these amazing artists I'm going to have on my show tonight. But I've already got my list, and this is just some fun stuff from years past. I mean, you guys don't know nothing unless you have this in your lap trying to flip through to get a CD. You don't know what's going on. But today, we are going to talk about top 4 hip-hop artists of all time. Andy, tough one for you.
Well, yeah, it's tough in a way because hip-hop has never been my go-to. I like it. You know, there's certain things that I do like. I think it's difficult for you and for guests because of limiting how do you fit the 4 in there. For me, how do I find 4? Like, what 4 are going to make the Rushmore criteria? You know, the elite status of being on a Rushmore. So it's going to be challenging, but it was a lot of fun. I did listen to primarily my Rushmore this week, and I had some fun. For sure.
Hey, well, we have a Rushmore of people on right now.
We do.
Why don't you list these top 4 first fans?
Well, here we go. Number 1, we've got Fat Boy's Gaming and Nonsense, which we got to shout out, man. He has been killing it, helping us out with our hours, commenting, just being an awesome friend. So, man, we not just
killing it for us, but he's killing it for his own show.
Yeah.
He has a great channel. Go over there and check him out.
Yeah, I was watching him play like Ultimate Dodgeball the other day. That game looked really fun. It was like NES or something. You probably have to correct me, but it looked super fun. I didn't know what was happening.
Oh, is that Super V-Ball? Super V-Ball, the one that looks like River City Ransom?
Yeah, it looks like It looks like River City Ransom, but it was Dodgeball.
Yeah.
So
Super
yeah.
Dodgeball. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. They have that. Yeah.
So he's a great friend. He's got a great channel. Go check him out. But we also have Barry in the house, shouting us out with the Mountain Men.
Andy, top 4 Barrys.
Man, okay. Barry Sanders.
Okay. Barry. Okay, you go Barry Sanders. I raise you. Barry Manilow.
See, that's a tough drop off there.
Who's next? Who's the
I'm gonna go with Blue Raspberry. Blue Raspberry is a flavor. Blue Raspberry.
I'm gonna raise you Chuck Berry.
Now that's a good Berry. That's a good Berry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would be how about this one? Barry Larkin.
White.
Barry White.
Hello, Barry White is my honorable mention. So, undrafted free agent.
And I'll go with Barry Larkin as mine. So there you go.
Yeah, Barry Larkin. Some good berries. I mean, not to mention Barry.
Yeah, no, of course. He's got to make the mountain. Kenneth in the house. What's the frequency, Kenneth? And we're not doing old 90s songs from decent bands. We're doing hip hop this week, and we're going to talk a little bit about. Hey, Kenneth, what are your top 4 hip hop artists? Let's see what you got. 10 in the chat, 7 in the chat. Man, we lost 3 just like that. So Andy, this is a fun one for me. I loved hip hop as a kid. One of my favorite genres of music, and then when I branched over into the rock side, some of my favorite rock was when these artists started bringing in rappers or bringing in some kind of DJ or MC to kind of mix their music a little bit and have a little bit of background. So this like new metal, everything from like Linkin Park and Korn and all of those guys. I started to really love that style of music. But man, I am a sucker for late 80s, mainly 90s hip hop, especially when you do coast to coast and down south. So I'm excited about today.
Yeah, I'm not going to have much to add to it. I do have a list.
So
but we'll see. It'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah, man. So let's do this, man. So everybody, put your top 4 hip hop artists in the chat. And yeah, Barry, You want to put a little spin on it? Eddie Rabbit, hip hop, I guess. Yeah, we're doing hop. What about Hopper? What Dennis Hopper? That'll be one. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this thing going, Andy. And we're gonna do our top 4 hip hop artists. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. This is one I've been waiting for a while. I knew it wasn't something we do probably soon because it's not your jam, but it is definitely my jam. And hip hop artist all time. Let's freaking go. Let's get it. Get it. All right, man. So, hey, by the way, prayer requests out there. I kind of enjoyed this. We're open. Just so if you guys are out there, we're not a Christian channel, but we're not a Christian channel. If you have prayer requests out there, drop them in the chat. And the reason I bring that up is because I have a prayer request. Pray for me, everybody out there. I got in a fairly good accident this week, and I actually broke my shoulder here, the shoulder blade. So my shoulder blade, I have a bit of a notch out of it and a chip kind of floating around in there. So if you guys could pray for that, I'm supposed to be in a sling. I can't even lift my arm up, but I'm just going to let it relax right here and while we do this list. So if you guys want to pray, that would be fantastic for me. And if you guys have prayers, we'd love to pray for you guys. Hey, that's a good list. That's a good list. But yeah, and let's get this thing going. So we are welcoming back a great friend. He's been a solid guy in the channel. I'll throw this out there. He's probably been out 5 times, maybe 6. I know a couple times we've missed where he was going to come on, but he didn't. I'm going to bring on a childhood friend of mine, more so even when I got plugged in at our church, Andy. We kind of got plugged in at the same time and became even better friends. But man, just a really good guy in our youth, and a guy that loves hip hop. Let's welcome to the show our buddy Chris. Don't call him Simba Edwards. There it is. Bring him on.
What is up, Chris?
You know, I had to bring out the Simba, dude. Yep.
That's funny because I almost put that on the tag on the name for the whatever this. What's the name of this?
The Rushmore Show. That's the name of the
StreamYard.
StreamYard. Yeah. So here's the thing. So Andy, when we were kids, I used to hang out. I actually told this story last week. We used to hang out. We were called the Clique, and I had a bunch of friends. I actually messaged the whole Clique. Let me message them again. And I was like, hey, man, y'all got to jump in here. I got Chris Edwards on the thing tonight. We're talking hip hop. And when Chris was in high school, he used to drive a Grand Cherokee, a Jeep Cherokee. And he would come around that little loop that was around us, and he had like a system. We all had a system down south, and just loud booming music. And he went by the name Simba. And does anybody still call you Simba? Like family, friends? Do they like? Is that something?
There's a handful of people from the high school days that still refer to me by that. But
are you still waiting?
Yeah. So he went by Simba.
What's that?
I said, are you still waiting to be king?
No, I'm
not. Can't wait.
I gave it up. I'm not doing that anymore. Too many people are after it, man.
The suspense. Nah, Samanya.
All right, so that's what I thought you were going to say, Kirk. I thought you said he would come around the corner in that blasting.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Hey, but what I will say is Simba's always been a good friend, and even back when he was Simba. But man, back then we used to think we were something. And one of the things that was so into our culture, right, in the mid-'90s, especially South Louisiana, was hip hop, and mainly because a lot of really big, at least in our area, they were big, and some of them have become really big. Were happening within a few miles from us. And we've got to see a lot of those guys that were kind of rooted from New Orleans in small places like the fireworks stand and before they were even big. And it was kind of just, it was a part of that culture. Fox, man, hello, man. Thank you for being here. Rebel War Pig, thank you for praying. We're going to get together. Now that I'm getting my feet back together, we had a lot of stuff going on this last week. There's some big surprises coming up this next week. We've got a lot of things going on, but I'll be messaging out to you, Lance, and everybody else that's going to be on the show over the summer and start nailing out some of our topics. But right now, man, go message out to everybody. Let everybody know we are live, and we are just a hair over 100 hours from hitting our monetization, which is going to be a breath of fresh air. And some people like Fat Boys is every day just streaming our content, and I love it, and we're thankful for him. Try and be in everybody's chat. If you have a channel, drop it in the comments there, and let everybody come and visit you and see what you're doing, man. See your work. So, Chris, hip hop. You chose hip hop. Why'd you choose hip hop? What were you thinking when you were putting a list together? Now, Chris, you don't have any. You're not a creator as far as YouTube, but your job is a bit of creating. You do a lot of work in creation and a little side businesses in creation. So you know what it means to kind of put together things and have a following. So if you want to share anything that you've been doing, go ahead. But let's talk hip hop and what you've been doing lately and why you picked it. You're up.
It's commercial HVAC design. It's boring. Unless you know what I'm talking about, you probably don't want to hear it. And I picked hip hop because what do you guys have now? Like 1,000 episodes? How do I pick something you haven't done? So
yeah, I think we're on one.
I know Andy's been using veto power to get rid of anybody that chose hip hop. So now I have.
Listen, if I can do RPGs, I can do anything. You know, I mean, I'm good.
RPGs was fun.
Yeah, sure it was. Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, you like RPGs that much? You couldn't shoot. You couldn't decide.
Yeah, man, it was just so tough to limit it to 4 RPGs. Just so hard. But I made sure to fit Pokemon in there. So,
hey, yeah, Bud. Hey, welcome to the show, Bud. Bud, I saw you the other day. I think I said hello, but I think you might have dropped out. Man, I just want to say thank you for being so faithful and joining in here every once in a while. I hit the bell for your content so I can make sure I show up because you're so faithful to ours. Thank you for being here. I'm going to have to go drop some comments all over your stuff and share. Let us know what is your cycle like look like about dropping videos? When can we watch? Put that in the chat. I'd love to come and really support you. But yeah. So Chris, hip hop, we're both 90s kids, right? And that was a big thing in our life. And of course, we love to get new topics out here. What were you thinking when you're like trying to pick your goats for the mountain? What were you thinking? Chill Scissors in the house. What up? Drop your top 4 in the chat, guys. Hip hop artists.
It changed day to day as I started getting closer to the show and trying to decide. At first it was like nostalgia, you know, who do I listen to the most, and then I started like trying to narrow down. Like I'm like too many to choose, so I kept changing the criteria and moving the list around, and depending upon how fast we get through it, it might still change.
It is alive.
I mean, if you ask me tomorrow, I might give you different answers, and it's not because I'm lying. It's because my mood's different.
Yeah, no, I get
it's
that.
Music though, right? Like
music does change. Your interests do change. I mean, there's some that you just absolutely love, and you've got to share that and get it out there. And then there's others that it's like one song for a certain moment, right? Moment in time, moment in your life. Even the memories and the nostalgia. There's some of these songs, like I've been listening this week, and there's some of these songs I haven't heard in years. And it kind of got me down a rabbit trail of like different artists from the same people. And I don't listen to a lot of rap anymore, mainly because of the language and the sexual nature. And I still love the beats, though. I mean, even when I listen to it, I'm like, man, I really love this. Do feel a little guilty on some of the things, and that's just being honest, because I don't really listen too much of it anymore. But even then, I'm like, man, it immediately brings me to a Salmon Slidell basketball game out in the parking lot, right? Or hanging out at the rope swing down in Meadowbrook, man, or freaking going to the point, right? Or all the different places that are in all over our little hometown, and just kind of being a kid, man, being just a little punk kid and listening to music, cranking that thing up, trying to impress the ladies, but also, like Mardi Gras, right? Some of the music that you listen to in Mardi Gras, ratting the streets before the actual parade starts, right? And then you pull up and you pull on the parade route and you're booming it the whole time, annoying the old guys and like, oh, turn that crap off. And you're like, whatever, let's turn that thing up. And it's just fun, man. I totally love it. So here, well, let's do this, man. Let's get started. We're already a little behind, so let's see if we can't catch up. Poetic Christian Gamer in the house. Now, make sure you guys follow along with us. 13 in the chat. Don't go nowhere. Help us hit the like. That's a big deal. What I've learned is if we could have about 35 to 40 likes before this show's over, if you just hit the like, it will help us more than anything. Because every time we get around that time, around that many, we really have a great show, and it really pushes us towards where we want to be. So let's get it, man. What is your number 4? We call him Rosie. We've talked about it before. Roosevelt? Who's number 4 in your list? And then kind of give us a little reason why. Why this guy? Why that guy? Gosh, I'm looking through this list of my CDs, and I'm like, dude, I didn't put him on. I should put him on.
I'm going first? Okay.
Yeah, you're going first.
So my Rosie is Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, okay.
And it's because
that's a hot start.
There's so much skill and so much talent. Like, you can, from song to song on every record, you're getting a completely different vibe from the different artists that'll collaborate together. And there's what, nine guys in Wu-Tang. Like, there's not another rap group like that. There were record labels, but these guys were just a group, and they didn't work with very many other people in the early years. So,
and you bring up a good point. There are record labels that have least people than that.
Yeah.
The whole label doesn't have that many. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Yeah. I was listening to that this week. I'll tell you this.
They could be higher. They could be higher. Like, you just caught me while they were still while they were still on Rosie.
Yeah.
So here's my thing about
give you
them.
the little bit that I know about them. I like the fusion of like the Bruce Lee type stuff with Wu-Tang Clan. I think that's really cool. I like what I like about, and again, I didn't listen to much of them because hip hop was not my thing. But having the just kind of the overall style and vibe is so different than anything else. It's almost like, again, you mentioned there's 54 people. It's like the Slipknot of rap groups. But ODB, Method Man, Ghostface Kill. I mean, there's so many people that are in this group or have been in this group. But I do like just kind of that overall vibe that they have. They didn't make my list, and that'll make sense when I get to my list. But yeah, Kirk's still looking through his life.
I'll just kind of jump in and give. I love Wu-Tang Clan. I wasn't introduced to Wu-Tang Clan as much until the Air Force. And when I was in the Air Force, I had a lot of friends that were actually kind of listening to it. And I in the beginning, I didn't like it. They have a different vibe. It's a little slower, a little kind of more different beats. But I definitely love a lot of these guys individually. So I love Redman, I love Method Man, but you brought it up, man. ODB, Old Dirty,
Dude.
man. I love some ODB, and he was one of my favorites. That song with Mariah, Hey Mariah, I still say that every time I have a Mariah in my class. I have 3 Mariahs, and every time I call her name and roll, I go, Hey Mariah, and she has no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, ODB, Method Man, RZA, Jizza, Skull, all those guys were phenomenal. I love what you said. The what is it? The Shaolin monks, the 10 chambers or whatever they talk about. They were real big into the kung fu and all that. But these guys are really awesome. And then it does go and show how really amazing an artist they are when they have a couple of those guys, including Method Man, and I think maybe either Jizza or RZA. They went on to do TV or movies, and they did a couple different movies. And man, Wu-Tang's awesome. One of the most iconic logos, right, is the Wu-Tang W. And man, just good pick, man. I totally appreciate this.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick. While we were chatting, Nightbot has been mean to some of our friends, specifically to PJ. And PJ says, bro, I challenged Nightbot to a Texas death match. So that's what we got going on in the chat.
I don't know why Nightbot's being mean to you, but yeah, I'm almost willing to cancel Nightbot because
the views reflected by
Nightbot's always hassling our people. What's up? What's up, Genesis? What's up, Genesis?
Say that the views expressed by Nightbot do not necessarily reflect those of the Rushmore Show. So
yeah,
keep that in mind. But yeah. Anyway, that's a good start to our Mountain Kirk. We're going to move over to you now.
Yeah,
you pulled every CD out of your case.
Get things started.
What you got to show us?
Still kind of flipping through and trying to find what I want to show off, but I think I have my top 4 right here, at least mostly. My top 4 won't be a surprise to anybody in the chat, especially if you watched last week. But my next set will be probably a little bit better. Andy, can you make me walk? What's going on here?
It's like a new thing with StreamYard. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, well, we'll just stay short. Whatever. So anyways, last week we were talking about our favorite albums of all time that basically told the story of who you are. And if you go back to my childhood Kirk, rap was it, man. Rap, hip hop was my thing. What's up? Shaun in the house. Thanks for being here. Drop your top 4. Shaun, I know you're not, well, I don't know for a fact, but I know that you like non-rap styles of music. Do you like rap music? Do you like hip hop? If so, drop your favorites in the chat. So look, these are all nostalgic. My list was pretty easy, if I be honest. The problem is, when did I get the chance to stop my list? There are a top 4 for me. Actually, there's about a top 10, and any of the top 10 can rotate, but there are definitely some at the very top. And number 1 was my number 1 last week, and I'm going, and man, I have to really lift my arm up. So I'm going, this is every iteration that I have still of Bone Thugs in Harmony. And I am going with old Bone Thugs, Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone, and I was Wishbone. And this is what we modeled our guys off of. It's one of the reasons I wanted the message to the Click. The Click was my friends when we were growing up, and we all had these names. And here's even the first one, right? Creeping on a Come Up, which, I mean, that's probably a hard CD to get nowadays. But he says, I'm not against that rap. I'm against them. No, I'm not against them thugs. I'm against those rappers. Yeah, crazy, lazy. I am. But Bone Thugs in Harmony is going to be my Rosie, and probably a little bit of a shocker because they were my George last week. And dude, I lived it. Look, so if we come into this just real quick, here's the front. There's Bone, the double CD. There's Bone, the Crossroads one. If I flip it, there's Bone again, the Bone again, Bone Again, Bone Again. A lot of Bone, man. Bone Again, Mo Thugs. I mean, I had them all. So my number 4, Mo Thugs Army, baby. Bone Thugs in Harmony.
Nice.
Bang.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I mean, this is a
What you gonna do?
So I mentioned it last week. I love that song, right? Love that song. I know first of the month, but outside of those 2 songs, I'm lost when it comes to Bone Thugs. You could put a song on, I wouldn't know it was them. So, but Crossroads is a banger, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's it right there. There's the single, back in the day, just the single. That's a little piece of paper.
Yeah.
Crossroads, man. What's Uncle Charlie?
Yeah.
I miss my Uncle Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what the words are. I just like
My favorite, and I mentioned this last week, is when you have those guys that are they take that and they're like, oh, you can't understand this, you can't do this, you can't understand your wife. Well, what about Bone? And they make up words for him. I love it.
Yeah. Chris, what you think
Chris,
about
you like
Bone
Bone?
Thugs?
I know you like Bone. You love Bone. Do you like Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Absolutely, and I feel bad that I completely forgot about those guys. That's how
His
great
list
this
is changing, like he said.
Yeah, it could change. It could change. And Bone was way up on my list. 1, because when I opened this case, they were right there in the front. But 2, Barrett and Wayne and Brent and Harvest and Rudy, that was our group, and we loved listening. Good. I mean, if you had anything back then, that's who you want it to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I like where we're going there. Oh, yeah. So we got some fans of that going on. That Bone Thugs for life, man. That's a good pick. That's a great way to start the mountain. I guess I'm going to go to mine. I know that some people are going to probably not agree with my list, and that's okay. And I've already mentioned it. Let me just give the disclaimer here. As I've already said, I'm not a hip hop guy, but we are going to oblige any of the requests for topics from our guests. So in order to do that, I've got to make my list. Now there are some things that are hip hop for sure that I enjoy. Most of mine now there's 2 of my groups. Half of my groups, like flat out, obviously they're hip hop groups. 2 other ones kind of genre bend a little bit, but absolutely have some hip hop elements in it. I think that hip hop, obviously from a music standpoint, but also culturally, is kind of that whole side of things too. So my first one, again, this is difficult for me because it was like, what for am I going to put in that elite status of being in a Rushmore? But again, Rushmores are all personal. So we'll go with this. I'm okay with not winning this poll, which, by the way, Kirk, I won by a grand total of 2-0 votes last week. I don't know if you saw that. 2 people voted for mine. One of those votes was from me. So one other person other than me voted for myself. And then nobody else voted. So, guys, go on Instagram. Go vote on our polls tomorrow. It only takes you half a second. You don't even have to really – we don't even know who voted for what. It doesn't even let us see that. So just click vote. So anyway, that said, I probably won't win this week. But that's okay. It's fine. No worries there. I'm going to go for my Rosie. 2000s, early 2000s, this group was out, and it was so different than anything that we've ever seen. Different from a what they sound like standpoint for sure, but also what they look like and how they present themselves. I'm going to go with the Gorillas as my Rosie. And the Gorillas were just such a cool, as a fan of cartoons, it was kind of like that Toonami, or what was the thing where it was like it was like anime mixed with kind of like graphic novel looking stuff. but really cool music that came along with it. Now, I will definitely concede and let you know, these, not everything that they do is hip hop. Again, genre bending, right? So there's kind of some alternative rock side of it. There's kind of some pop side to it, but there's absolutely a hip hop element to this. And I think the hip hop element also comes again from just the overall vibe of the group, right? I mean, the artwork and everything that goes on with that. But dude, Feel Good Inc. I mean, like all of these great songs that they put out there, are, again, so unique that we really have not heard anything else like it, and I'm not sure we will. Clint Eastwood is a fantastic one. Dare. There's so many really cool songs. But again, to me, I loved that. Fox says Andy's coming out swinging with Fantastic Rosie. But lays out, okay, well, look, I wasn't sure how people would receive this pick. But Gorillaz, definitely my Rosie. A lot of fun stuff. Well, I remember when I found out that the main singer of Gorillaz was the guy from Blur that did song number 2.
Yeah.
Woo! And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that makes so much sense. So they're really cool. And the other thing I'll add, and I've seen something recently, maybe you've seen it, but the beat to I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad. That beat, he played it on a Casio keyboard. And that beat is like rock and roll or whatever, but like slowed all the way down. It's literally just a preset that somebody did, and just genius. I mean, they're really like musically talented, and from a production side to that. But anyway,
they were pretty inventive, and I love the whole idea where they don't show their face. They're like cartoon characters or comic characters. The whole shtick of we're going to be doing bands that aren't real, but these guys are a band that's real that plays a band that's not real as a band that's not real, as a band that is real. So, and Gorillaz is really cool. Didn't think of them. I knew you were going to skirt in some of the outside areas of hip hop because that's what you love. And this is one that I didn't even have, but when I talked to Aaron today, which is Mr. Brown, the other teacher.
Did he take Gorillaz too? Because we always agree.
No, he said Del the Funky Homo Sapien, which is somebody that they collabed with.
Yeah.
And which is similar. But yeah, he's got similar taste to you for sure. He might not be on tonight. They have a big STEM night tonight. So hey, so what are we doing here? Gorillaz and Chris, what you think about Gorillaz?
Man, as soon as you said it, I started singing that song. I like the pick, man. It goes back to what Kirk was saying in the beginning with the genre melding. It wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit if Limp Bizkit popped up in this conversation just because they did so much.
Look
at that flag, baby. Look at that flag.
Hold on, right there. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even need to see the screen. You got a red hat on.
Yeah, I almost wore my red cap tonight just to try to put a little nod to that. I should have done that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, look at that thing. I told him
Is
to
it
hang it.
backwards?
He had that thing folded up and put away. I said, dude, hang it.
So I saw something, and I don't know if it was an April Fool's joke about Limp Bizkit on the first.
Uh-oh.
What are they doing on the first?
What's that?
What are they doing on the first?
No. They got revealed as like there's some masked new masked band that just dropped an album, and everybody's supposedly been going crazy for their music. I've never heard of them, but supposedly they revealed who was under the mask, and Fred Durst is supposed to be the head guy. It might be all of. Let me see.
They're like Sleep Token?
Yes.
Sleep Token, yeah.
Oh, Sleep Token's a cool band.
I don't like Sleep Token at all.
Okay, so I've never heard anything of them, but
I can't get into it.
Is that really
No,
Fred Durst?
no. That's absolutely not Fred Durst.
So it was an April Fool's joke.
Yeah,
Good. I'm glad I
100%.
didn't start sharing that because I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like, it seems like the kind of publicity stunt he would do after he did that like free concert that got him kicked out of the city. What was it? Was it in New York? Where was it where they just set up a stage and played a free concert downtown somewhere?
Yeah, I think that was in New York. But, you know, the tickets to go see Limp Bizkit now are astronomical. It's crazy. But he looks – have you seen him lately, Chris? Limp Bizkit? Fred Durst? The dude looks like he should be driving a minivan to the PTA meeting. Pull that up.
It happens. We all get that way, right? Bam Margera, same thing, you know.
Yeah. Bam Margera is supposed to be at a convention we got coming up soon. So
really,
So man, that's a good pick. So let's move on, man. So let's see where we started. We started Wu-Tang, Bone Thugs, and we have Gorillaz. Who are we going next? Lil Timmy in the house, which is Farhan. That's our mod. And hey, mod away, bro. Mod away. I already had to ban somebody. So with that being said, man, be here, be there. Let's do it. So Chris, who's your number 2 on the mountain? TJ Jazzy Jeff.
You're number 3, but your second one. Yes.
Well, yeah, I always do that. Number 2 talking point tonight, but number 3 on the mountain.
It's actually probably the hardest rapper on my list. DMX.
Oh,
yes.
when man, you're hard. It's a hard job to pick somebody that came on as hot as he did. He had 2 number 1 Billboard albums within a calendar year, and man, I want to say like his first 4 albums, I can play front to back and not skip a verse, you know.
No.
Like he and for as gritty and street as he can be, there's a lot of real world battles with his own demons that he just put out way before society was making it cool to talk about your feelings. And the dude was like talking about his struggles in his music and not in code, like putting it out there what it was and praying to God on his interludes and things like that, just way ahead of his time.
So this is Andy, go ahead and talk.
No, I mean, Rough Riders Anthem. I mean, there's some great songs. X Gonna Give It to You. Like, there's a couple of them that I think of. But again, I mean, you guys are gonna be far more knowledgeable than I am. So, but yeah, this is a great pick.
So both of the first 2 albums were just off the charts great. This is the second one, right? And I mean, look at this. I mean, you talk about getting your feelings. That's blood all over him. But he was somebody, bro. And this is my number 5 today. So you have already made me have to go and dig into the deep. I have Bone on here. When I originally was thinking just artists, I put no groups. And so I had Bone off. And then I moved Bone on when I decided I was going to do groups. He was my number 4. So I love that you mentioned him. Just recently died in the last couple years. Real gritty. Loved his voice as far as like raspy. And like you said, real hard with that. And in you know, he did the whole barking thing. He got in a little bit of trouble with the Michael Vick time frame with fighting dogs and some stuff like that. But he was really cool, man. And just recently passed. And that was a tough one, man. I love this. So we got some folks stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Yeah, man. So I stayed. So you could be one of 3 or 4 camps, right? If somebody says stop, you go in the name of love, stop, collaborate and listen, or stop, drop. And that's the other one, man. So I'm always the stop, drop recently. But yeah, good pick. I'm glad he's here. He would have been my first out the gate for honorable mentions. But yeah. So I gotta pull up another guy. Gotta pull him up.
Yeah. It's a good pick. DMX. All right. Kirk, let's move to you now. Your TJ Jazzy Jeff. This is a good spot to put DJ. Maybe probably not. But anyway, what you
DJ
got?
Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince.
Yeah, come on, man. Put Will Smith right here. Let's go.
They were considered. Look, I'm not gonna lie. They were considered. I put them on a long list because they had some input in my life when I was 8. You know, and they're fun music, and I remember really loving them because they didn't have to curse or be ridiculous. And but here's the thing. I'm going to go with somebody else I mentioned last week. And actually, did I mention all these last week? No, I didn't. But this is somebody else I mentioned last week. And we're going to go down deep into the roots of New Orleans South rap. I can go. I was just flipping through this book. And once you get past like the Bone Thug space, most of it goes into No Limit and Cash Money and Big Boy. And almost all of this is things from our hometown or hometown area. And I'm going to go with my favorite of all. I bought every single CD on Tuesday because they came out on Tuesdays. I would be at FYE, I'd be at Camelot Music, wherever they were. And I was buying every single No Limit CD, mainly because I just wanted the one song that had Mystical on it. And Mystical, Michael Tyler, Mystical, and here it is. Look, Mind of Mystical. He has been in both. So DMX, which you mentioned, Chris, Bone, and Mystical all have their own style. If you hear them, you can hear them on a song, you hear it on a clip, on something else, you know exactly who they are. And you're like, oh, that's DMX. Oh, and Mystical just had that sound. I love a lot of New Orleans. I've got so much New Orleans rap here. A lot of people will lean into a couple others. One that's even more famous right now. But this was my favorite. This was the first album, which was this one. And then that's another album of his, but Mystical, man. Love Mystical. Military guy, got in trouble, got arrested, got put in the brig over at Leavenworth. So he spent time there and then got out, jumped in with Big Boy Records. He was one of the big stars, and then UNLV and him had the big fight where UNLV dragged him in the river, which was about him. And man, that whole feud, every album that went back and forth, I wanted it, and we all wanted it. So boom. Poetically Christian Gamer, man. First off, that was a fun stream, but also Fox has got like, Chris, you going on Fox's next week? Because every time we have somebody, they're over there, and I love it. I love watching our guys go and network. So if you go and jump on over at Fox, you can see a lot of our guests over there. 20 like hype. Let's get that thing to 30. If we can get it to 40, we're great, man. It was a great stream. So Mystical, what y'all think?
I know a song by Mystical, and it's the one that
song.
A singular song. I'm like looking through his stuff right now.
I know a ton of songs, but there's not many that I can say. Where?
Well, so like I don't consider the Master P song. Make him say. I mean, I know he's in that. That's a Master P song?
No, yeah.
So like I didn't consider that one. There's one that I can't say.
Shake ya, watch yourself.
Shake it fast, right? The censored version.
Tell me what you're working with. That
was the only one I know.
Woo!
Don't make me be cool.
Something on your porch and something in your house.
Don't worry about how I'm stripping.
Yeah. So song. Well, that's okay. This was my favorite. This is my Rushmore. He's not the GOAT. He's definitely not the GOAT, but he is one of my favorites of all time, for sure.
Yeah.
Chris,
we'd love to be on your show, Fox.
He was on my Rushmore for a minute. He kept bouncing off. He's third in my honorable mentions, and probably only that low in there because of constantly jumping up back into the top 4 for me. He's like you said, his set, like There's a lot of James Brown influence in his sound, so you're getting a lot of jazz, a lot of instrument included into his rap and his
I
music
woke up this
that you
morning,
don't hear
rock
everywhere else.
hard. Yeah,
Was that?
I'm just singing,
Oh.
trying to sing, bleeping myself, and it's not working.
Yeah, you can't really sing a lot of these things. But yeah. All right, Mystical. There we go. Mystical. We got
Maybe
some
say
vocal
good
stuff.
Lord.
Yeah. All right.
Something
well,
about
I'm going to continue.
armadillo.
Yeah. So I went in the bathroom and I drank a little. Next, Andy, you're up.
Flush the toilet, wash my hands.
We can't go much further, Chris. We
Took
can't.
off my silk shirt.
Nah, man. Watch yourself. Hey, Arkansas Pickers in the house. Man, you just missed a friend. Thank you for being here. Arkansas Picker, I know you're a musician. Or do you like hip hop at all? I know you play music. Don't know if that's your jam, but if it is, drop some of your favorites of all time.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, I'm going to go to mine. Let's end this first half of the mountain. These are highly, highly, highly loved group that I'm going to go with. In fact, actually, all of my picks are groups. I'm just now realizing that. So this is cool. This is I'm going to go with this one, kind of from your area, Kirk, where you're currently at, sort of in that area. I'm going to go with one of the super, super unique. You know exactly who it is when you hear this group. Kind of delved into some like poppy side of things later, but some of their early stuff, I mean, just come on. All I can say is I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I'm going Outkast. Yeah, I gotta go Outkast. This Andre 3000, Big Boy. This is a really cool group. So fresh and so clean. I mean, like some of the biggest hits of those late '90s, early 2000s kind of time. They're weird. I will say that. At least Andre 3000 is weird. Big Boy's got some kind of weird stuff too, but yeah, weird in a good way. They're definitely unique. Like I said, obviously a unique sound, and you know exactly who it is. You know, when 2005-ish or so, 2003, I don't know, whatever year it was, when like the Hey Ya and all that stuff. Obviously, that song has kind of become this huge hit. But I mean, you know, all the stuff before that. Bombs Over Baghdad, right? Roses, ATLians, you know, they got a lot of really cool songs that are on here. I was listening to them a ton, like, you know, sorry, Miss Jackson. I was listening to a lot of their stuff this week, and I was like, man, they're just fun. They're just fun to listen to. They're extremely talented rappers too, both of them in their own sense. And what's cool is when that Hey Ya kind of stuff came out, they started splitting a little bit, not necessarily splitting, it was still Outkast, but like Big Boy would have his songs and Andre would have his songs, and then they totally went a different route of each other. Like, I know Andre, like, apparently, like, within the last year or so, maybe it was, I don't know if you heard, like, Andre 3000's new flute record that he put out there.
Dude, that
like,
freaking thing is wild.
He's odd. He's obviously...
It's wild.
Yeah. And the song titles are like 6 paragraphs long. And it's like just
the song title's longer than all the lyrics.
It's so weird what happened there. I'm not counting that, but Outkast for sure is my TJ Jazzy Jeff.
All right, so there they are. That's album 1 and 2. They definitely get best album cover for sure. Click on me there, Andy.
Yeah.
And look at this. This is really cool. This is one of their first ones. And I can't with my shoulder. There you go. So boom. They're like superheroes. Then when you open it up, the inside is like a comic book, right? It's pretty cool. But these two are awesome. And I'm going to just throw this out there. This is my number 7 on my list. So that's 2 off my Benjamins. And I'm glad, because I've got a lot to go into that I jump into. Somebody was walking through the hallways at school this week, and it was a young teacher, and it was a couple ladies, and they walked up and to me and Mr. Banks So there's only 3 of us in the school, three males, and she comes up to me and she goes, "All right, I got a question for you guys. Who was Outkast telling that they were sorry?" And we were like, "Miss Jackson." And somebody at the school had never heard that song. And we were like, "What rock have you been under?" But Outkast is awesome. You mentioned how they broke the records apart, speaker box. I love the speaker box. And then you have Roses Really Smelling. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Musically too, that I think the criteria wise, I wanted to add that too, that I really enjoy the music side of it too. Not just obviously the rapping and that side of things is great, but if
I had Banks on here, this would be his George, because he's from Atlanta, and that would be his George.
Yeah.
And Atlanta's a hotbed for really good rap, to be honest. So Outkast's a good pick. What's your experience over there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Outkast. They're on my list. Andre 3000 is also on there as a solo artist, and one of the smoothest transitions from music to Hollywood. Like, I don't know if the dude plays a bad role in anything he does.
Yeah.
He is good, man. He is good. When I pulled up the GOATs this week, I'll just throw this out there. I love hip hop, and I'm not a hater where I don't like today's hip hop. I just don't follow them enough, and when I hear a song, I usually like it, but I don't always know who sings it. Just because I'm not in that kind of space anymore. I don't listen to Kendrick. I don't listen to Drake or any of those guys. So I can't always pick who sings what, but they are really great. But when I'm doing the list, I say, who are the GOATs? Andre 3000 was in the top 10 of every list I could find. Every single list, he was there. Now, Big Boy wasn't there, but Andre was. And so that's a big testament to him. And I'd say hello. So Arkansas Picker says he does like hip hop. So who are your top 4 favorite if you're still hanging around? And Kevin's in the house. If I remember correctly, Kevin wasn't a huge hip hop person back then. He might still like a little bit, but I don't remember him being too big in it. I remember when I used to listen to it, it was one of the things that he didn't necessarily jam with, but maybe he did. Maybe I forgot. Awesome. So Outkast, good finish to the first half of the Mountain. One thing I want to share is, and I'm thinking about this. I got Bone Thugs on here. I've got Mystical. I am no way endorsing any of the stuff we're saying tonight. I'm going to say this is our nostalgia. This is from back in the day. Even when I still listen to it, I kind of get kind of thrown off a little bit. And it's just like, maybe I shouldn't listen to this. And I just want to hear a little bit more beat, just to not necessarily because I love the song so much, but to kind of bring me back to that moment. Like, oh yeah, that was cool. And then I just put it away. Like all these have been up in my closet for, 10 years. And I don't even pull them out and listen to them. But it was a fun little time going through. And that gives me a good turn into what we're going to do next. This halfway. And we always chat about some of our friends, right? And we are Christian and we are pastors. And again, like I said, this is out there. I'm telling you what I feel are the top 4 favorite hip hop artists. And it would be the same if we were doing metal, right? Or whatever. That we
have to do soon. If I'm doing hip hop artists, we got to get you to do it.
I'm down for metal. I was actually thinking of that the other day, but there's so many types of metal. But yeah, I'm down for metal for sure. Fox, you want to be on for a metal show when we come back around?
Get you on. Let's please get you on.
Fox, come and do a metal show with us. And I'll be out of my comfort zone there, but I do love metal. But here's the thing. I don't endorse it, but here's the thing. There are people out there like Fox, like some of the people I messaged this week, letting them know I was going to do hip hop, that are going to pop in. And I just want, did I lose? Did I get lost? Did y'all lose me?
You chop a style.
So that are chop a style, chop a style. Look, I got that right here too. So here's the deal. Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab it now that we're talking about it. But anyways, let's jump in and just say, look, some people are gonna show up and be here in the chat, and this is the first introduction they're gonna get to us. And I just want I want people to know that we're real. I struggle with things. Andy, you struggle with things. We've had conversations, private conversations about our struggles in different aspects of our life. But we both hold each other's feet to the fire for the most part, and we both are, we're Christian. And what we've realized is being Christian is a hard thing to do, and we want to share with you guys our love for how we were raised and where we came from, and so that you too can see that you can step away from this stuff. Honestly, you can walk into new light. And one of the ways that we do that is we go to these conventions. And Andy, we got a convention coming up in about a month and some change. And it's in Louisiana in Mandeville. And we are going to have, there's like 5 or 6 Star Wars guests going to be there. A lot of lower end guests, like some of the Jedi that were on Geonosis and R2-D2, the girl that was inside R2-D2, a couple other players, and then some other people. And we're going to be hanging out over there and really just shaking hands and hugging necks, to be honest, and just being like, hey, man, we just love being here, love being a part of the community. And do you need prayer? And a couple things that I'm doing, and I'm not going to sit on this if you want to know more about it. I bought a bunch of different nerdy devotions, and I'm putting a Devo together. Andy, I'm up to chapter 8 on my book, bro.
Let's go.
So yeah, I'm gonna have that thing rolling. I'm having so much fun putting that together. But I'm gonna have a bunch of devotions coming out, and we're gonna go at these conventions, and I'm gonna hand our devotion away to just people that need a pick me up, man. And so we have a thing called Reboot. That's down there in that corner, and Reboot is just a little unconventional ministry that we share nerdy sermons of things that we love, but present people with just some old nostalgia and hopefully bring them back and reflect them back to the gospel. And we love Jesus, man. And yes, we do. And Jesus is way more important than Bone Thugs and Harmony and Mystical and all the other people we're going to mention tonight. And honestly, there's some, I even was tempted to put on some Christian rap here, but if we're talking the GOATs, they're not in the GOAT conversation for me. So we got some other things to share, though. We got our friends at Culture Box over there over Andy's left shoulder. And our friends at Culture Box, last week was one of them. We had Cellcast on. We got a new guy joining us over the summer, a new group. We can't wait to start sharing them. But Andy, let's share one of our old friends who are always around. Who are we going to do today over at the Culture Box?
Well, let's shout out our friends over at Retro Rewind Podcast. Check it out.
Every other week, join the Retro Rewind Pod as they travel back 15 or more years along the entertainment space-time continuum in their mission to review movies and games, establishing what is still worth your time today. Expect fun banter and trivial insights from Francisco, Paul, and rotating guest hosts who are all out of time.
Hey, real quick, while we were waiting. Choppa stop. There's BG, bro. Anyways, so let's talk coffee. Who's the, I hear that if you needed a good pick-me-up, and because we're boring you to death with hip-hop artists, and you wanted some coffee, that you have a great coffee to share with folks. Who is it?
I absolutely do. I'm so glad that you mentioned that. Yeah, let's shout out and check out the official coffee of the Rushmore Show, Village Coffee.
Let's face it, at-home coffee can be pretty stale. Coffee at home doesn't have to be boring. The Village Coffee is here to deliver the flavor. The Village Coffee roasts coffee every week and sells online. Go to villagebeans.com to order your coffee today and use discount code Rushmore for free shipping.
There you go. Make sure you use that promo code and you get your free shipping.
Well, We love that. And last but not least, it is time to get this show back on the road and back on the rails. We've kind of crashed it off. Chris, you got back just in time. So we're at number 2 on your mountain, which is number 3 on the list today. Our link. Is there a link?
Link.
Lincoln Park, maybe? I don't know. Who is your link, your number 2 favorite hip hop artist of all time?
Tupac.
Oh, Tupac, number 2. I like
Tupac.
that. What'd you like? Why are you picking Tupac?
I mean, I was a fan. I was a fan before, and I probably more so from all the controversy that went down with, like hip hop beefs and rap in general just kind of blew up when Tupac and Biggie were going back and forth, and there was like a story to what they were talking about outside of like life experience. There was a different skin in the game. Probably cheered it on more when it was happening than I would now. But there like he just has a lot of like emotion in his music for what life is like, and just I don't know, man. Like Dear Mama was one of my favorite songs.
Dude,
when I was in I want to say it was maybe my either freshman year, maybe 8th grade year when that came out. But I actually got exposed to him when he was with Digital Underground, nerdy kid, and Humpty had that plastic nose costume thing he wore.
Mm-hmm.
It's your chance to do it,
so like watching him grow from like I don't want to say like a comic rapper, but like I don't know what I would classify Digital Underground as, but watching him go from that to being more like political and talking about like the problems of the world that everybody outside of the extremely wealthy goes through, so
yeah, that's this is a great pick. It was a matter of time before he gets mentioned on there. I will just say this, my favorite song, because I think it's the hardest bass line of any song that I've ever heard, is California Love. Dun, 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 dun. I'll do, and that Mad Max video, everything about that song is fantastic. But yeah, Tupac, great pick. Great.
First off,
and to be honest, for a moment when I was making a list, I started thinking about it. He came off for a minute because I was like, was he getting called the great? Like, was he in the GOAT conversation before Death Row? But he changed. I mean, he changed the game after he dropped that double disc album, All Eyes on Me. Man, anybody that wanted to make their album seem significant was putting 30 songs on it.
Yeah, he's another one that's a crossover, kind of like you said with Andre, to Hollywood, right?
Yes,
quite a few movies too,
man. And his charisma, like you felt like he was that guy in the role.
Yeah, Juice, Above the Rim.
Yeah,
yeah, he's got some good ones there. Yeah, so Changes is a great song.
Yeah, before I talk, there I found the other one. There it is for DMX.
Yeah,
and so man, this is a great pick, Chris, and I love having the conversations with people of who the GOAT is. And you mentioned he was in that GOAT conversation. I mean, yeah, this dude is absolutely in the GOAT conversation. There's the All Eyes on Me, or there's the California Love, and there's the Dear Mama, there's the Greatest Hits. Yeah, Tupac. Then you had Tupacalypse. Now you had the
Machiavelli. That Machiavelli album coming out like right after he got murdered, and the music video for
the so
single.
much music that that when even after he passed, they were still putting stuff out. Fun fact, go back to my Bone pick. Bone is one of the few artists out there that actually had a song with Tupac and a song with Biggie. Yeah, Bone and Biggie is Bone. But there's some of them albums right there. There's the Machiavelli, Thug Life, Tupacalypse Now, and this was in the greatest hit, so they has all those papers. Tupac, man. You mentioned Dear Mama. Dear Mama alone, I almost put. So last week we were talking about albums of your life and what albums reflect your life. And this album right here, Me Against the World, was on Fat Boy Raid. What's up,
Look,
guys?
we got all these people coming in. What's up, friends?
Hey, man, get them while you can get them. Thank you for being here. Everybody hit that like. Everybody share. Go find Fat Boy. But we're talking hip hop artists, guys. Thank you for coming on in here and jumping in. I'm gonna throw some some wrenches around in a second. Don't go away. But here's the deal. That Dear Mama song is one of maybe about 10 songs in the world. Immediately when I hear it, I get choked up. And it necessarily isn't because of my mom. My mom was not the greatest. But it brings me to a time. I remember sitting in Jay McCreary's, who just passed away, and I did his funeral. Jay McCreary's driveway during a party with our music up. And I remember friends coming over and being like, hey, put in Dear Mama. And us just singing as like a sophomore or a junior in high school, talking about this song. And it's poetry, bro. And I love Tupac. Is he still up there? Yeah. Every list I saw that say GOATs, he is in the top 3. Every single one. So it's all right if you're a rock guy. We're all rock guys too. Look at me, man. I don't look like a hip hop guy. This is from our childhood. We're talking about stuff from our childhood, and Andy's not a hip hop guy either. As you can see, he mentioned the Gorillaz, and he has mentioned Outkast. So I mean, Outkast is a pretty good pick, though, Andy. So Tupac, Andy. You've already mentioned kind of Tupac and kind of jumped on it. But to me, there's only one other person that's the GOAT, and he's going to be my number one.
I feel like I can fill that in already. I think I know where
Yeah, you probably can. So he's just great, man. Tupac.
Yeah. Tupac, great pick. Hey, Fat Boy, man, I really appreciate the raid. Thank you guys for joining in. If you haven't already, subscribe.
While we do that, but I haven't done this in a while. Welcome, guys. Welcome, friends. Let me tell you a little bit about what you just did. You're now a part of the Summit Squad. Fat Boys is a video game channel, and he's brought you guys over for a little bit. Thank you for coming over. But our channel, we do video games in January and February. Right now we're in music. We have a couple video game episodes coming up in music. We're doing Mario music. We're doing Guitar Hero. We just did one with Fox, who's in the chat. We're going to do movies and TV coming up. We have a couple video game ones in there. We got nostalgia coming up in June and July, or July and August, and we have some video game stuff in there. And we have sports. And we need to do a sports video game one, which we can do in sports. And we have food, which you have done a video game food kind of. Sort of animated foods. So welcome here. Leave your top 4 of whatever you like. And thanks for being here. Before you head out, hit that like button if you love it. Thanks for joining us. And I'm gonna throw some wrenches out. Andy, if you want to talk about Tupac anymore.
Yeah, no, Tupac. I mean, I think we mentioned it all. It's great stuff. Hey, I do want to do this, though, real quick. I'm sorry that I slipped on this before, but we actually have a brand new commercial for STCC. So, you guys, can I roll that beautiful bean footage?
Let's do that.
Check out our promo for the upcoming con that we got going on.
Attention, all collectors and enthusiasts. The St. Tammany Collectors Convention is coming your way. Whether you're a fan of rare comic books, vintage toys, or unique collectibles, this is the event you've been waiting for. Join us at the Castine Center in Mandeville, where passion meets memorabilia in an epic celebration of all things collectible. Discover exclusive finds. Connect with fellow collectors and meet some of the biggest names in the industry. Dive into panels, food, prize giveaways, costume contests for all ages, and live signings with our special guests. The St. Tammany Collectors Convention has something for everyone, so mark your calendars, grab your tickets, and get ready to experience the largest collectors convention on the North Shore. For tickets and more information, visit StTammanyCollectorsCon.com or follow us on Facebook. We can't wait to see you there.
There we go. That is STCC coming up May 3rd and 4th in Mandeville, Louisiana. If you were paying attention, you saw Kirk and I interviewing our good friend Joe Mexican.
Yeah, man.
There. And then you also saw my arm doing our spin wheel. If you notice that tattoo, that was right there. So, but yeah, so we're very excited to be there, to be invited to be a part of that. It's going to be a blast.
Hey, so let me throw this out there. Poetically Christian Gamer, you want to be on a sports gaming episode? That would be in September or October. Consider it done. Let's figure a Thursday you want to be on. And we'll do top 4 sports games of all time. Or we could do top 4 baseball games, football, basketball, soccer, whatever. Like, let's chat about it later.
Yeah.
Fat Boys, I am a gaming channel as well. Oh, yeah, Poetically Christian Gamer. And everybody else in the channel, if you have a channel, you guys are all moderators now. Post your channel so everybody can follow each other. Frederick, the Autistic Nintendo fan, thanks for being here. And somebody else. Salty Army Legion and Bib Bob. So
yeah,
there you go. So so that's a good commercial. So now we're up to you, Andy. What's your number 2 on your mountain?
Possibly the more controversial one that I'm going to put out there today. I could not put this group in there. I would not say that hip hop is their genre, right? But they certainly incorporate hip hop culture and also obviously
Limp Bizkit.
Some rapping that goes in there. No, I'm not doing Limp Bizkit, but I am going to do the most fitting one based on the spot that we're in. You already alluded to
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park, baby. Mike Shinoda. And I know this is where I go off the rails.
Can I just say something before you give us all your methodology, because I love it. While I was talking to Aaron today, I said, listen, I know you don't really like rap too much. Who do you like? Blah, blah, blah. Andy don't really like rap either. I wonder who he's going to pick. And I said, I have an idea that he probably won't pick, say, Linkin Park, but he'll say DJ Lethal. Or maybe not Limp Bizkit, he'll say DJ Lethal. Maybe Linkin Park, he'll say Mike Shinoda. Yeah. That's exactly what I told him, that you're going to say Mike Shinoda.
I'm gonna go there because yes, Mike Shinoda and Executioners is great. There's some
that Executioner song.
Executioners is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
A couple of the other things that he does are really cool, but Linkin Park is where it's at because the hip hop side of it is not just Mike Shinoda, but the DJ that's in there too, that's scratching as well, and a lot of the stuff. Dude, that Reanimation album with like Jay-Z and Linkin Park together was a super cool album. Also, like the whole like mech, kind of vibe and artwork and all of that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna go Linkin Park, man. Look, Frederick's in here. You said you like rock. You just got to stick around for a minute. I'm gonna mention rock if I can. Linkin Park was one of those. Dude, I will tell you this. I want to do, and we kind of touched on this last week. It was part of the criteria about life albums. But there are perfect albums out there. Just perfect albums. Hybrid Theory is unskippable. I can't put on Hybrid Theory and say, no, let me go to this song. Every single song on that album is brilliant. It is so good. Early on, there was a lot more of the hip hop kind of rap side of it. Mike Shinoda's obviously continued in it, but he does a lot of singing and stuff too, plays guitar, does a lot of the production side of things. Mike Shinoda is really kind of like the mind behind, I think, Linkin Park. But there's so many cool things that they add into that. But man, if you go back, Hybrid Theory, those early albums, Meteora, that kind of stuff, just really, really awesome stuff with a cool genre melding rock, metal, hip hop, kind of stuff that they've added in there. So I had to go Linkin Park. When I thought about bands that would be incorporated in this, they were definitely on top of my list up there. So Linkin Park is my link. Fitting enough, right?
Hey, Frederick, just throwing this out. You're new to the channel. Thank you for being here. One of the things we love doing is as soon as someone comes in, we want them to know they're welcome. And by doing that, we kind of hand mods out. As long as you're cool, we're cool. If you're not cool, then we'll just say goodbye, and that's okay. We don't have to hold on to those things. We don't think that we want to know that you're part of the family immediately, and that's true. That's not just because we want subs. Whatever, it's whatever.
Look, check this out. Check this out right here. Hybrid Theory. Let me just give you the songs off of this because he's mentioning Numb, Breaking the Habit. Though in the end, you got Paper Cut, One Step Closer, With You, Point of Authority, Crawling, Runaway, By Myself, In the End, A Place for My Head, Cure for the Itch, which is just a cool little rap break in that, Pushing Me Away. I mean, like, this is just Hybrid Theory. Like, that's the debut album. That whole album is fantastic. But yeah.
I love that they're back. And they have a new singer. I'm not completely sold on her yet. She has a fantastic voice. I do love her voice. She's awesome. It's just not the same, and so I can't wait.
Shinoda does a lot of the vocals too now, which
I know. And then it just hasn't like sold on me yet. But I'm not against it. I'm not that guy that's like, oh, ban them. But I love the fact that they're back. I kind of had a feeling you're going to go with one of these here. Wasn't sure. I think I know who your George should be because it's the only pick that I had nailed. And I didn't know if you're going to put it at George. But there's one that just feels like you. And I don't know if it's going to be you or not.
I would be upset if you didn't pin my George.
I mean, if we're talking hip hop, this particular group feels like you. But yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I think you're on the right track.
Yeah. So here's the deal. But Linkin Park, great pick. Not 1,000,000% hip hop, but living in the fringe. And I love it. I love that we're talking about one of my favorite bands of all time. And
I'm going to be getting some votes this week, some surprise votes. I'm just saying.
Well, and what I will say is this. You are pandering to the non-hip hop friends.
I'm a non-hip hop guy. So
I mean, you'll get some extra votes for that for sure. Yeah. So we're to the George already. We're there.
Numero uno, baby.
Numero uno. George Jefferson. All right, so George, moving on up to the top. Chris, go ahead and just drop your favorite right now. Who's your number one hip hop artist of all time?
It's Soulja Boy, right?
Close.
Oh,
they're from the same planet.
Oh, okay.
They're from the same planet.
Marshall Mathers, Eminem.
Yeah. I knew it.
Hey, you knew it. Come on. I mean, I listened to songs from every album to this day. He probably makes up the majority of my the most heavily condensed artist or heavily saturated artist in my workout playlist. I mean,
yeah.
He dropped his first album my freshman year of college, and I'm 45 now.
Yeah, and
I was 19 when that album dropped. So, dude's been around for a while, and stays relevant to the point where he went through his beefs, ended rap careers in his prime, and now today's rappers, when they want clout, call him out.
Yeah.
And then they get buried.
They become pink vest guitar playing rock stars.
There he is, Warren. I'm glad you're here, bro. Because let me just show you.
I already had it written in for you.
Chris Rutherford, Wayne Blinked. I love it. You would have had Bone at least on your list. You took Mystical off. We went Tupac. We went Eminem. This is, dude, to me, when you talk GOAT, I never looked past Tupac. I had my favorites like Mystical and DMX. I never looked past Tupac up until the Marshall Mathers LP with Stan and all of that. And then so I have this one, which is the original, which is the 1999 that you're talking about, cover with Vicodin on it, which is just a cool little whatever. But I don't have the Marshall Mathers, but I do have the re-up, right? And I have the refill, and then I have the Eminem show, but I don't have the Marshall Mathers, and I don't have the new one, just because I'm not really listening to that kind of stuff nowadays. But when I talk about the George, to me, people will say, "Oh, he's not the best rapper. He's not the best this and that." To me, he is the best lyricist that's ever lived. Lyricist. He puts together rhymes that, and you know, he made 8 Mile, and 8 Mile was like an ode to him and his story. Although it wasn't an autobiography, that's the kind of game he came out of in Detroit, and he literally lived that, man. And to not have as much melanin as all the rest and still be on top, if you know what I'm saying, and have guys like Dr. Dre and 50 Cent and D12 and just everybody in the game totally respecting what he's doing. He has circumvented the Vanilla Ices of the world, right? The Powder Peas. I remember every white guy that was in this, it's like Cooper Kupp, right? There's only one guy, the Cooper DeJean, who you can only do certain things, right? And when he came out, everybody was like, "Oh, I guess that stereotype's over," because nobody wanted to mess with him, man, and still don't want to mess with him. And he's crazy. I mean, he's just nuts, and he's funny. A lot of his stuff was just funny. Like I listened to it, and I'm like, did he just say that? Did he really just say that? I had a life, you know, I had a poster of him in my dorm room. I had, you know, this is like you said, good gym music. I don't listen to it that much anymore, unless it's the clean version. This latest song, dude, I love the latest song where he's like, he dumps the old him and goes to the new him and all that, and kind of, he's like battling himself.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that was a really, really intelligent, cool song to bring out and kind of just show his range. Eminem is my George as well. Good list, Chris. Good job, man.
Almost the same mountain for both of you guys. So
could have been.
Half of the mountain is the same. The top half is the exact same.
If we'd have filmed yesterday, it might have had 3.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. Well, look, this is the first Benjamin that's been taken off my list. He's a Benjamin for me, and the reason is I knew he was on Kirk's list. I wasn't sure with Chris, but I knew he was going to make a list. I was just like, I mean, it'd be kind of whatever to keep him up there. This is a great pick, right? I mean, Lose Yourself is just one of the coolest songs of all time. I mean, that whole intro, we do that all the time at youth when we do the Dr. Seuss rap battle. That's one of the beats that we put out there for them. And it's just a blast. It's a blast. It's a great song.
I might have to go dig the poster out. I have that poster somewhere. I might have to go dig it out and actually put that up. That would be risky, right? You know, I mean, I Limp Bizkit up, put a freaking Eminem poster up in my house. What?
I mean, the whole rap that he does in Rap God, that's like, he's like, you know, auctioneering it, whatever. Yeah, that's crazy.
He's so good. He's so good.
How you can even think of that? Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Good pick. Andy,
you ready for this?
Let's see if I was right. Let me see if I was right.
All right. I'm going to give you some lyrics. Okay. You ready for that? All right. Here we go. One of my favorite lines of lyrics right here. Well, if you try to knock me, you'll get mocked. I'll stir fry you in my wok. Your knees will start shaking and your fingers pop like a pinch on the neck of Mr. Spock. Beastie Boys.
Yes!
Beastie Boys. is the hands down number one.
The other great white hypes. The other great white hypes.
Like a lime to a lemon to a
lime.
Baby. I
was about to go slow and low. That is the tempo.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they're just so good, dude.
Wait. No, you stay there. Stay there. Don't change it to me. Stay.
Yeah. Beastie Boys are the absolute best. Ad Rock, I mean, just Mike D, the whole crew there. I just love. So here's the thing with Beastie Boys, and it's kind of like in my whole list is just kind of this very unique twist on hip hop. They've got some stuff early on that was very much just like three white guys rapping over some simple beat. But then they started getting into things like, Sabotage is such a dang cool song. Sabotage. Yeah, there it is. Can't stand it. I know you're playing it. Dude, they're so fantastic. Intergalactic.
Hey, Kevin, don't talk yet because
So What You Want. I mean, there are just so many amazing songs. I love Beastie Boys. They were a band that my uncle Tim, who passed away in his 40s from pancreatic cancer, but he was a huge influence for me musically. One of the first albums. Now, he bought me 3 of my first CDs that we had, and what he bought me. So I got a Smashing Pumpkins one. I got what else? Oh, I got Bush's 16 Stone, and then I got License to Ill. Those are the first 3 or early 3 that he bought me, and License to Ill is such a great album. But yeah, I love Beastie Boys. I'll still listen to. I mean, I was listening to them primarily this week and just having a blast listening to them. So I mean, Brass Monkey, Girls, like they got funny songs, but then they've got some songs that you're like, man, these dudes can like. The music videos of theirs are next to none. Just amazing stuff that they put out there.
That Sabotage video is hilarious. Where they're like Starsky and Hutch or whatever, like some old school 70s show. Hey, so look, you got to fight for your right, bro. Because I mean, I know you Beastie in it. There he is, bro.
So he didn't fight for the Super Bowl this year. That's for sure.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Where was your team? Where was your team? Where's your team?
At least, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do great this year. We're gonna do fantastic. We got a Super Bowl winning coach.
At least one.
We got a Super Bowl winning coach now. So, but yeah. So, Beastie Boys had to be the number one. There was no doubt in my head.
Dude. Beastie Boys. I had them on my list. I kind of figured they'd be on your list. I'm like, okay, what is the most non-hip hop, bad to the bone hip hop band? And I was like, Beastie Boys. It's Beastie Boys. He's going to pick Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love it. It's a good pick. For all the reasons you mentioned, they are on my Benjamins, but not very high. One of my favorite albums of all time is Brass Monkey. 2 stories I want to share with anybody that's new here. Hey, got to get going. The wife wait, hold on. Got to get going. The wife has cancer treatment tomorrow, Kirk. Thanks for jumping in at the end of the stream on Wednesday. Yeah, man, I just showed up right as you were saying goodbye. Love you, bro. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get to stay high. God bless you. Hey, before you go, let me pray for you and your wife, man. So Derek has been a friend of the channel for a while. His wife is going through cancer treatment. If you don't know Derek, he is also someone who is legally blind and he plays video games. He's a pastor. Lord, just thank you for this amazing community and bringing us together with amazing people. Lord, I thank you for Derek, and Lord, you're the holy physician. You can lean in, you can stir the waters and allow whatever is going on in Derek's wife's body to be renewed, restored, and put her in remission. Let's ring the bell. Lord, I ask you right now, as she goes through treatments, that you keep her comfortable. You guide all the doctor's arms, legs, hands, feet, and making the right decisions. And Lord, we just thank you for just being an amazing person to all of us. And hey, Derek, go out and change somebody's life, man. We love you. We'll see you soon. And with that being said, The Preacher has popped in. Good thing you didn't pop in here earlier. Good thing you didn't pop in here earlier, because somebody was in the stream. He wouldn't have liked it. Picking Preacher, picking his. Yeah, he was in here. He's
picking his top 4.
He's picking his top 4. Picking his top 4. Yeah, we had to let him. We had to let him go. Amen.
But he
Amen.
did. Look. In his defense, he did like your pick.
He did like my pick. He did like my pick. He said, Bone Thugs for life is what he said.
Yeah, he was a Bone Thugs fan. And then I'm glad we kicked him out right before I said Gorillas, because if he would have made it to Lincoln Park, who knows what he would be doing right now.
In the end. Yeah, you missed him. Actually, I wish you would have been here. Then I would have let you banter with him. Hey, 17 people in chat, make sure you've hit the like button. We're about to hit the Benjamins. And so we've given our top 4. Andy is on the fringes, and Chris and I are pretty similar. So really, you're going to pick Chris if you like Wu-Tang. You're going to pick me if you like Bone. And you're going to pick Andy if you don't like hip-hop. And so... we're gonna do our honorable mentions now. We call them Benjamins, and it's fitting. Speaking of, Andy, you shouted out our friend that's in this little clip here in our thing with Alexis. I was wondering, I didn't understand the post, but am I missing something? Am I too old for that one?
Have you not been on social media?
Not for that. The way you said that, I didn't know what you were talking about.
It's like everywhere. People comment on everything. I promise you, go to any post.
I haven't seen it.
It could be from ESPN. It can be from your school district. I mean, I don't know. Somebody's probably commenting.
Honestly, I thought Alexis thought the person in the picture was Diddy. That's why I was
No. It's just a thing that people put out there. They say, "Nice try, Diddy," and it's like, I don't know why.
I thought the reason that she posted that was because of the picture. Is what I'm saying.
No, not at all. It doesn't matter what the picture is. People still put "Nice try, Diddy" on everything.
Anyways. Speaking of Diddy, let's do this.
Here's a little
all about
Diddy.
Benjamin. Man, that wasn't good. What happened? Let's do it again. All right, it's draft time. We're going to draft our top 4 of what's left. You can't pick anybody that's already been picked. So Beastie Boys, Gorillas are out. Linkin Park is out. Mike Shinoda is out. Eminem's out. Mystical's out. Bone's out. Outkast is out. And Tupac's out, basically. And so you can pick anybody else. And once you pick it, Chris, nobody else can pick it. So this is what, for all the new people in the chat, we believe that, well, it's something I read. I don't know if it's true, but that, it's on the internet. Everything's true. That Benjamin Franklin was considered to be on the mountain. Flight of the Conchords was considered to be on the mountain as the 5th person. So he missed the mountain, just like all these honorable mentions. So we call them Benjamins, and we do it fantasy football style. So Chris, you're first. I'm second. Andy's third. Andy's going to go in the second round. He'll lead off and come back to you. Third round, you'll lead off and go back to him. And in 4th round, we'll come back to you, and you get last pick. So you get first pick, Chris. You get back-to-back picks in the middle, and then you get a last pick. Of everyone not much mentioned here who deserves to be there the most and why is Run DMC. Hey, Run DMC is on a short list for me. And maybe they show up here, but Chris, you're first. Who is the first person or group that is not on a mountain yet that has missed the mountain?
All right, so I do like the shout out for Run DMC. Very influential in a lot of artists. I'm gonna pick another artist that influenced hip hop overall, but also the business approach of how hip hop was done, and I'm going to go with Master P. Not just for his rap, because he wasn't a wordsmith. He wasn't like, he didn't knock you over with you know, with being able to use any metaphors, but he built a record label, got the largest collection of peak talent available at the time, and dropped an album every 6 weeks as a collective.
Dude,
Like
there was a time it was every week.
yeah, like you could they talk about striking with when the iron is hot. Like that dude changed.
So real quick,
A lot of
he
people
was my next pick.
a lot of people give No Limit, I mean, Cash Money credit. In my opinion, Cash Money still dwarfs in comparison to what No Limit was at its peak.
Right. So he was my next pick. I grabbed this on purpose. Andy, you got one too, don't you? Don't you have one of those?
It's in my office.
Yeah. So real quick, let's go through real quick. So there's Snoop. Pass that up. Okay, starting from here. No Limit.
No Limit for a minute.
No Limit. No Limit. No. Some of these I don't want you to see. No Limit. No Limit. No Limit. No Limit. All of these are No Limit. All of these are No Limit. All of those are No Limit. He even played for the Hornets for a second. Look at that. No Limit. No Limit. No Limit falling out, and now we're at Cash Money. So all of those, I mean, like, and I had more than this because I had
Frederick, you're my guy, man. Already on Team Andy. I love it, Frederick.
Yeah, Team Andy. I love that. I had a whole case like that stolen from some of your friends at Salmon there, Chris.
Yeah, I still got them all. I'll bring them back to you.
You have them still? I'm sure they don't. But whole case at the rope swing stolen, just like that. But yeah, he was my next pick.
Nice.
He was my next pick. But
who is actually your next pick now?
Well, since you took that one, I'll go with this one next. So here's my other next pick. Biggie.
Notorious.
No. Notorious. So I'll go with Biggie Smalls. You talk about Tupac, you talk about Biggie. I always loved Tupac more, but Biggie is right there. Just really, really influential.
Who won?
This album that this is for, the Life After Death, was a great album. You know, you had Hypnotize, you had all that stuff, and then you talk about Diddy. He was the whole thing until he passed, and then handed it. Well, we're not even gonna get into that, but yeah, Notorious B.I.G.
Well, it became a slippery slope after a while. So
yeah, it started. Yeah, but man, let's keep moving.
Well, the good thing is their record album was a well-oiled machine, you know, and that was really just they really operated it well. Sorry.
Every 3,000 miles needed a change, man. It needed a change.
About Biggie though, he's like the best mouth breather rapper of all time. He's like man. Big Pun. He's like a pug.
Big Pun will give him a run.
Yeah, Big Pun. Hit the Big Fun. I'd love to stay, but I gotta go. Great stream, guys. Hey, next week we have two heroes, bro. Next week. Come back. I think it's next week, or is it the week after?
It's the week after. I think next week's Davey.
Oh, right? Next week's Davey, huh?
Yeah.
Next week's Davey. We're doing Super Mario songs. Best Super Mario songs all time. Come back and visit with us, guys. Come back and visit with us. Thanks for being here.
I'm getting a back-to-back here. Back-to-back action. And I'm going to continue my my kind of unique vibes with this one. And I really like this group because a lot of jazz influence, a lot of just cool instrumentation. I'm going A Tribe Called Quest. I think they're really.
Chris, look at this.
Can I kick it? There you go, Master P.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna go A Tribe Called Quest. I really like their music. I like kind of like the vibe of how they rap and everything. So we're gonna go there. And then since I get back-to-back picks, why not? Why not? Let's just throw it out there. Let's put Run DMC in there. Let's put Run DMC. They have to be mentioned today. I'm at the point where I'm definitely pandering now, too, because if I see that Kevin loves Beastie Boys and he wanted Run DMC, I know that I've secured a vote, which is good for me. So, but yeah, Run DMC, though, for real. I mean, the look, the Adidas, the tracksuits, the collab then, I mean, we can't downplay how big the collab was with them and Aerosmith and the Walk This Way thing, what that did for music and that whole deal. Also, one of my favorite Christmas songs of all time is Christmas in Hollis, Queens. So it's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens. I love that song so much. But yeah, Run DMC, great stuff. Tricky is a great song. Yeah, so love it.
Awesome. Look, Andy, I'm showing you this. Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah. I mean, just really cool stuff. Yeah.
That is the low end theory. There's a song on here, and I mean, it's really famous. But what is it called? The one that goes, "You can do it this, you can do it that."
Oh yeah.
That's on this one. But anyways, all right, my turn. Gosh, I did lose a bunch in that one. That real round. I'm losing people left and right. So I'm going to go with the guy that's on the cover of our thing today. Probably most underrated, but if you're in the game and you talk about it, you love rap, you bring him up a bunch. I'm going with Nas. And man, gosh, he's so good. Very underrated as far as the GOAT. But when you ask actual rappers who is one of the GOATs, they'll bring him up in a heartbeat. Nas. So Nas is going to be my next pick.
Nice. All right, Chris, you got back-to-back picks now. What you got?
Let's see. I'm gonna go Nelly.
Nelly, there you go. Country grammar.
When Nelly came out, man, he was not like, he was fun but hot like DMX when he came out, and then brought out Saint Lunatics with him, and just a lot of like fun, upbeat party music,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and also I love Nelly in The Longest Yard. So I mean, there is that too.
Yeah, he was good there.
Yeah, he's a great little running back, and that he was
He's
good.
so fast. Man. He's so fast. He makes people that move fast look not fast.
So I'm gonna go with one, and I'm just pulling it out real quick because I didn't think I was gonna do it today, but I did have him on the back burner because you guys picked so many of my kind of the ones on my back. I'm gonna do this before.
Wait. Are you doing this before I do my back to backs?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you get back to back.
See,
Nelly,
just like Kansas City. Good thing the referees aren't on his team.
I mean, if they were really on their team, then they would have won, wouldn't they?
Well, they're trying to throw us off their scent. That's what they're doing.
No, yeah, that's what they're doing. Sure. Sure.
All right. Well, so Nas is gone. I'm gonna. We already said Mystical, so I can't use him. I'm gonna eliminate Andre 3000 since we already covered. He's already kind of encompassed in it. Oh, you know what, man? This is where it gets tough because after we're done, I probably got like 6 more left. I'm gonna go Mos Def.
Okay.
Nice.
Just old school, man. Like real real.
So you like a lot of that old slow East Coast. That stuff is awesome. I love it. It's kind of like just chill rap. I feel like I need to be at like a coffee shop or something. Just kind of love it. That's a good pick. Mos Def is up there with it all too. And I never really understood a lot of the East Coast rap that wasn't the big 3 or 4, because it is different. And Wu-Tang, Mos Def, Nas, they all kind of fit in that common. Yeah. They're all kind of in that whatever. But good pick, man. Good pick. Okay. I'm glad you didn't take the one that I just went and pulled out 100 of. But you mentioned him earlier, or last night. You might have mentioned him. But this is literally what got me into rap music. So I might as well pull him out, bro. It's hammer time, bro.
MC, let's go.
I knew it wasn't the other guy I mentioned because he's only got 3 albums.
So this is all of Hammer's albums. He's got 5. There's one. This is the one everybody knows.
Please Hammer,
This
don't
is
hurt
the
him.
one before it up here. Please Hammer, don't hurt him. Then you had the 2 afterwards where he tried to be like Thug, and then he went to be a Christian, and then he disappeared. But MC Hammer, bro, was what got me into rap. It's the first concert I ever went to with Vanilla Ice, with In Vogue. First concert I ever went to in my whole entire life.
Arena?
I think it was in UNO. I think it was in
Yeah,
UNO.
UNO Lakefront Arena.
Did you go to that too, Simba?
Yeah, yep.
And they were promoting. Well, I talked about it in our concert because you were at the concert. They were promoting the Rocky movie. I think it was Rocky 4 or Rocky whatever. They were the one that had
Tommy Morrison.
Tommy Morrison. Yeah.
Rocky
He
Five.
had he had a song on that CD. But anyways, MC Hammer, parachute pants and all, bro. This is what got me in as a kid in 1989, 1990, 1991. My best friend, well, one of my best friends it's friends with Kevin. Kevin, you still in the chat, Kevin? We went to, and it's another go-kart story. We went to ride go-karts in Biloxi listening to this with Damon. I thought, Kevin, you were with us too. Kevin, were you did you go to the go-karts? And we listened to this song over and over and over again. And I got kicked out of the go-kart place because when you were supposed to park, I kept going. And the guy's like, stop. And they kicked me out. And Damon's parents were so mad because I don't remember going. Oh, so you might not know. I went with Damon, maybe Charlie. I don't know. But I got kicked out. And we were listening to this, man.
What's up,
anyway.
Hammy? How's it going,
Hammy,
man?
thank you for being here, man. We jumped in Hammy's chat last week, and he had a great guest. And just say hello, man. I love how this community kind of works. Thanks for being here, Hammy. And man, can't wait to have you back on the show. We're talking hip hop artists. Don't know if that's your jam, but you might like some of Andy's picks if it's not. So Andy's up. Andy.
My last 2, man. And I'm going to do this. I was going to go one route because it was like, definitely before Jesus in my life, but they were just like, I can't even listen to this one group anymore because everything is centered around the color green, if you know what I mean. So I couldn't at all like feel in good conscience. So for my last 2, since I think I pretty much wrapped up the win this week, I'm gonna go 2 Christian rappers to me that are my 2 favorite ones. My first one, Benjamin's, I'm gonna go Trip Lee. Trip Lee is fantastic. If you've not heard him, I highly recommend it. He's got a song called Manolo that's probably my favorite one. Lazarus is one of those songs where it's like if I'm pulling up to camp, that's a hype song, bro, right there. That beat to Lazarus is crazy. But yeah, so Trip Lee is going to be on there. And then my final one, wrapping it up, is probably a guy that nobody's really heard of, but I promise you, go to his Spotify. Sweet Victory and Lazarus. There you go. Oh, PJ's in here. So PJ, maybe you know this one. I super enjoy this guy specifically. His name is No Big Deal, but it's it's one word.
DIYL.
Bigdyl. No Big Deal. He is so talented. Go listen to No Big Deal. He's amazing. PJ, there he goes, bruh. Isn't No Big Deal is so dang good. I promise you, go listen to him. And you definitely won't regret it. So ending it off, Trip Lee and No Big Deal.
No Big Deal is amazing. Trip Lee is amazing. I have some Christian rappers that I was thinking about that I like. There are some that have really got some big hits. There's another guy who's kind of on the cusp of being Christian, but he's not. And he actually found his gig at the AG Assembly of God thing. They're all really good, but I'm not going to mention them today because there's still a bunch of goats that, in my opinion, that are out there still available. One from Louisiana, one from New York, one from Los Angeles. You know what? I'm going to go with just give him props because he's from New Orleans.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the New Orleans teams, unfortunately, but I'm going with Wheezy Lil Wayne, baby. Hot Boys. So
well, hey, Hammy's in the play. Hammy's in the house. He is a big Green Bay Packers fan. Lil Wayne is a big Green Bay
Lil Wayne
Packers.
is a huge Packers fan. He should have been on the halftime show this year. I will tell you the reason that he wasn't higher. I love Lil Wayne actually up until the first Carter album, and he did like 17 Carter albums. And then he kind of went off the rails. He was always off the rails, but when he was a young kid in Magnolia projects down where we were at this year for the parades, when he was talking firemen and all that and the Hot Boys, I loved it. Dude, I loved him back then. Now he's one of the greatest, but yeah, but there are some other ones that are still out there that are huge, and I'm gonna go with Lil Wayne. That's a shout out to Wayne, my buddy Wayne, who said he's the GOAT. If I don't have him on, then he's not gonna watch. So I'll tell him at least I called him out for him. So Lil Wayne.
All right, Chris, you have the final pick, Mr. Irrelevant, the last hip hop artist we get to talk about tonight.
I'm rolling the dice. This is probably one that you haven't heard of. Dax.
Dax.
I haven't heard of Dax.
So go down the rabbit hole. Get on YouTube and check him out. I
know who this is.
He's independent, and the dude's done like remixes.
Oh, yeah.
He did the Joker. So he did a Joker song.
That's it. That's where I know him from.
Yeah, dude. He
does a lot of spoken word too.
Yes. He's got a song. It's called 20-minute freestyle. I don't know if it's a 20-minute freestyle, but it is.
Jessica, you've been hanging around lurking on his day and didn't say hello. Boosie Bad, yeah, I love him too. He's from Baton Rouge area, so yeah, I'll take some Boosie, but he's still on the, there's so many goats though, man, so many goats. And yeah, Dax is awesome. Go check out the episode with Christian Rap. Go check out my episode with Christian rapper Legion. Is that Legion? Yeah. And then he did a song with Darius Rucker. That's probably what you want to say. Ooh. Yeah, man. This is a good pick, man. Dax, I like him a lot. He's also a YouTube creator. So he does a lot of YouTube. He does a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of videos out there. Man, I'm going to be honest. My list was about 80 deep this week. 80. I mean, there were so many on my list.
Mine was 50 deep.
Oh. So it wasn't that long, but I'm going to just run down the list of the people I didn't get to mention. Tech Nine, Snoop Dogg, Too Short, Common, Busta Rhymes, Ice Cube, Scarface, LL Cool J, and House of Pain.
House of Pain. All right, so since you're rambling them off, since he's rambling them off, we don't normally do that, but Chris is in town. We gotta change the game just a little bit. Here you go. All right. Folks. A-Ball and MJ.
Because you got like 500.
G, Beastie Boys, Big L, Big Pun, Big Timers, Biggie Smalls, Big Black Rob, Bone Thugs, Busta Rhymes, C Murder, Chance the Rapper, Crucial Conflict, Currency, Daddy Yankee, Digital Underground, Do or Die, Dr. Dre, Drake, E40, Eazy-E, Fat Joe, Fiend, Jeezy, Ghetto Boys, Graveyard Soldiers, Hot Boys, House of Pain, Ice Cube, Insane Clown Posse, Ja Rule, Jay-Z, Joe Budden, Juvenile, KRS-One, Kid and Play, Kool Moe D, Criss Cross, LOG, LL Cool J, Lil Jon, Lil Nas, Lil Wayne, Logic, Ludacris, MC Hammer, MC Light, Mac Dre, Macklemore, Master P, Megan, no, not Megan, no. Missy Elliott, Mystical, Nas, Naughty by Nature, Nelly, Outkast, Partners in Crime, Paul Wall, P. Pablo, Pharrell, Public Enemy, Q-Tip, Queen Latifah, Rakim, Roscos, Redman, Royce, Run DMC, Russ, Scarface, Silk, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Slick Rick, Snoop Dogg, Soulja Boy, T-Pain, T.I., Tag Team, Fugees, 3-6, Timbaland, Too Short, Trick Daddy, Tupac, Twista, Tyler the Creator, Warren G, Will Smith, Wu-Tang, Wyclef, Yellow Wolf, Yin Yang Twins, and Zero.
Did
I
you
got a
just
couple
look
that
up
you
a
didn't
list of
mention.
anybody that's ever sold a record?
I got a couple more you didn't mention. Here you go. Maybe you did say them.
That is an impressive
all
list,
from my
man.
CDs. That's pretty much all from my CDs. I was like, oh, yep, here's one. Yep, here's another one.
Here's a
That's
couple
an
you didn't
impressive
mention.
list.
Here's a couple you didn't mention. What about the Scranton Boys?
Oh, look, Aaron's in the house.
The Electric City, Scranton
Hey.
Boys, Lazy. What about this one?
Aaron's in the house. Hey, Aaron. Two things. First off, let me get my list out. A bit out there, not necessarily the best. Told you, Andre 3000. He said Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Mike Skinner from the Streets and Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino, legit. Hey, but Aaron, he picked this guy picked the Gorillas. That you'll love that. And he picked Linkin Park. Mike Shinoda, like I said he was going to, and he picked Beastie Boys, like I said he was going to. Also, just maybe Iceman and Paul Wall. Yep. 30 Light. Let's get that 30 Light, man. Let's go. Hey, before we head out, Aaron, how was STEM night? Did it go? Who won? Did you pick yet? Who won? And also, guess what, Aaron? Koi Fish Gaming. Look, man, I haven't seen you in a while. This dude, and I say, dude, I don't even know, male, female. I don't know. They've got an awesome channel. Lot of followage. I was over kind of lurking around in the stuff over there like last week or so. Koi Fish, man, such a great time. Thanks for being here. Yeah, great to see you. I think I met you through Fat Boy.
Let me just say this, Aaron Brown, go on our Instagram tomorrow and vote for me because I've got Gorillas, I've got Outkast, I've got Beastie Boys, I've got Linkin Park. That's my list right there.
Yeah.
Just click vote.
He's
Andy.
killing it.
If you don't vote for
Killer.
Andy, what are you even watching for?
Yeah, come on now.
So,
Hey, let me say
what I
this
was
real quick.
share
I
with
didn't.
you,
I wanted
there's
to mention
breaking
this
news.
one. I wanted to mention this one real quick because we were talking about funny rappers, and it came to my mind like as we were talking. What about Andy Milonakis?
Oh, wow.
But hey, you're talking about Christian rappers. Andy Mineo,
Andy Mineo was on my list also.
Lecrae, and NF. If we're gonna name out people, I love NF. NF actually got started at the Assemblies of God's freaking talent show.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I almost put on Cypress Hill, but that was the group I couldn't mention because there was a lot of.
I thought you were going to say Dr. Dre because of the Dre album, which is right here actually, and it's this one.
Last one that I was thinking was what about Andy Samberg and The Lonely Island?
Yeah, fine arts. That's where NF got started. I mean, that's the rumor. I wasn't at that one, but every time I go to there, they're like, you know who got started here? NF. And NF sounds really, really much like Eminem and a lot of his stuff. Hey, breaking news, Aaron. Aaron, I'm going to share with you here since you're here, and you guys. Cannon and his 3 friends got voted in on the All-Star team, and I got voted as head coach. So this is breaking news for all you guys. So there you go, man. Kirk Weave Dog. Yes. Bring that out. I'm not sure if I'd really consider Gorillas since all the rappers are usually guests. Yeah, but, they do that. So, yeah, he busted it. Yankees back in the dub column. Thank you. We lost 2 in a row. Them torpedo bats. We got to be cheating. I like all the cheaters. I love cheaters. That's why. I mean, I just had to get it.
Have you seen it? I almost sent it. Maybe I did send it to you. But it's the old commercial of Mark McGuire, and it's like he's using like that.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
I have the power. Whatever. It's like the Yankees.
He's using like a big old wiffle ball bat.
Yeah.
This big monster wiffle ball bat. Hey, so next week, guys, we're talking. Hey, Isaac, tell me this, Isaac. Is it Isaac or Isaac? Just make sure I'm getting that right because I heard somebody else call you Isaac. And if I've been saying that wrong, I apologize. You never corrected me.
Hey, also, we're over 500 right now, baby. We're 4-2. Come on, Angels. Let's go, Halos.
Let's go.
Let's go, Halos.
Do it.
We're 4-2, baby.
Okay, just making sure. I heard somebody call you Isaac one time. I don't remember where you were at. Maybe picking Preacher or something. And I was like, am I been saying this wrong? So Isaac is going to be on the show, and we're in movies. Chris, you're always welcome back. We love you. Let's go, Mets. Hey, how about Juan Soto striking out for his first AB? I love that. Freaking Shohei hit a bomb to walk off the freaking Dodgers, dude. Somebody. Hey, here's a fun fact. Chris's favorite baseball team of all time is now moving to Vegas. So, well, at least they used to be his favorite team. They're moving to Vegas. So he's an A's fan.
Still are. I mean,
yeah, he's an A's fan. We talked about that. That was the first episode you ever were on it, Chris. We talked.
Was that right after I got back from my West Coast trip when I went? And
I think so. We talked what were the greatest baseball franchises of all time. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, anyways, thanks for being on here. We just cracked the 2 hours. If you haven't done it already, hit the like. What we've seen is if we can get to 40 likes, this thing will jump to about 100 hours, and we are only about 140 away from monetization. You got 11 of you here. This week, I'm begging you guys. Listen, I'm begging for. I'm e-beggar. Listen, do me a favor. We'd love to spread the word a little bit more, be able to get the gospel out, and stop kind of worrying about the views and all that. If we can build those hours up over the next couple weeks, like Fat Boy's been doing for us, play one of our playlists in the background while you're at work, on your phone, on your laptop, on your TV, or all of them, and whatever. It'd be super helpful. Drop a like on them just to help bump them. And because we're almost there, and we are so excited to finally be done with that. We were 4 years into this. We never even thought we were going to get 100 subscribers, to be honest. Let's just have some fun. But now it's become a cool little mission. We partnering with a few people. We actually had a good conversation with a digital church that I'll be rolling out here soon to let you guys know how Reboot can start connecting people to other places that can really minister to them. So we love that. Man, Koi Fish, thank you so much. We're not far away. Koi Fish, you're welcome to come and be on the show. You have a great channel, man. And even if you don't have a great channel, look, Chris isn't a channel creator. He's on. You're always welcome. Everybody, hit us up in Instagram or Twitter, not even X, on Facebook, and we'll connect. But until then, it's time to go. I got to go and get my sling on. Oh, by the way, for you guys that just showed up, I actually broke my shoulder blade. So be praying for me. I'm in 6 weeks of recovery. I can't lift my arm without picking it up with my other arm. So my shoulder is just jacked, man. So pray for us. And Aaron, if you're still on here, I'll see you tomorrow. Tell everybody good night. Oh, all right. Chris,
yo,
you're welcome to come on again, man. We have to pick another show. We're already booked to August, so you can plan it out. We got sports and food that you can pick one from, or you can wait till video games or something. But we'd love to have you back on again whenever you're ready.
All right.
Yeah, love you, man.
Absolutely. Well,
and same with everybody in here, PJ and Isaac and Koi Fish. Let's do it, man. Come be on the show. You will have it all in like 3 days. Man, if you could do that within 3 days. See, I do know this. So we go, Andy, I don't know if you've recognized this. We go live on Thursday. So these numbers hit on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So whatever happens tonight and today hits on Tuesday. And I always see the big bump on Tuesday. So,
Fat Boys, man, thank you. We so appreciate you.
Dude, Fat Boy is amazing. Fat Boy, when we want you on here again too. Last time you were on for Italian. Dude, speaking of that, dude, I know I'm gonna keep talking. Fat Boy, have you been bumping your own episode over and over again? It hit a rocket the other day. It hit a rocket. It like doubled, maybe even tripled. It's catching Bryce's, the episode you were on.
Yeah.
For viewership.
Come on, man.
It's up to like almost 300 hours by itself.
I love it.
So anyways, love that, man. Tell everybody good night. Thank you, guys. You're the best.
It's time to go to bed. It's actually time for me to eat some dinner, which is actually some Italian food.
I haven't eaten dinner yet either.
So, well, anyway, let's say goodnight like we always do. This is the Rushmore Show. It's all about yo top foe.
Nothing, Mo.
Peace.
See you next week for Mario.